Look, of course, I would do anything for Dave. And Ashley Eckstein, when she played Ahsoka, was amazing and a great friend. And if you're talking about Ahsoka, the live action, I'm friends with,
Yes.
I've met Rosario Dawson as well, and she's incredible. I would do anything for Star Wars.
Long live the Empire!
Absolutely. Good evening. My name is Nigel Chambers. I'm from Big Go Belt Media. Meredith, it's an honor to talk to you today.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Very excited to talk about Star Wars Tales of the Empire coming to Disney Plus. May the 4th be with you. How are
That's
you
right.
doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited. I'm so happy it's coming out on May the 4th. I think that was just brilliant.
The stars have all aligned. And for you, I gotta say, as a fan of all things Star Wars, what a time to be alive. And Dave is a man of his word because for years, every single time he makes an appearance, people are asking, where's Barriss? And now finally, we are going to get answers to
We
much,
get into her
much.
story.
For
Oh, yeah.
you being able to step back into the booth and bringing this character back to life and answering those questions. How has this experience been? And tell me about when you got the call.
I mean, the chance to work with Dave Filoni, honestly, just anything he says, I would jump at. If he's like, you're gonna say one word, I'd be thrilled. But I love Barriss and I've loved her from the very beginning, and I love her strength and I love her morality. And now she's in a really different position after having been jailed by the Republic for her attack against the Jedi. I think we're finding her in a really interesting place.
Yeah, I tell all my friends with Star Wars fans, like the whole point of Star Wars is about conflict. And one moment you all are willing to love, Anakin, and then obviously becomes Vader or whoever it may be. I was like, well, Barriss kind of follows the same suit. You just see a lot of action pretty early about it. So I'm curious. How are you ready? Is your seatbelt strapped about what may be the flip from a character that folks may not have liked, but we're now starting to see some morality to her? How are you ready for this?
I mean, I was very sad when people started to not like Barriss. They didn't not like Barriss. I think they were just like shocked that this Jedi who follows the rules and who did everything her master Luminara Unduli taught her. I think when she was presented with seeing how the Jedi had become, and she just like in her Jedi extremist brain wanted to keep things a certain way,
Yeah.
to be against the military, and yet she chose this violence to make her point. Um, I think people are curious, like what was going on in her brain? Why the shift? How could you do this to your best friend, Ahsoka? And I think now it'll sort of explain a little bit more where her mindset was.
The one thing about Star Wars is you're never really done your job. And though it's been many years since I would consider the best of all of the Star Wars content in Clone Wars, but now I kind of got to eat my words because this is so good.
So
Uh
good.
do you feel that as an actor? Do you ever feel a did you ever feel a separation with Barriss, or did you at some point discontinue to hold that hope that you would step back into the role?
I'm obsessed with Barriss. I love her. I also don't think it's kind of gone away. It doesn't feel like it was so long ago that we did
Yeah.
the Clone Wars, because kids watch it all the time, and all of my friends' kids are obsessed with it, and all of them get the little Lego set with my little Barrett. I have all my. So for me, it doesn't really feel separate. It feels
Yeah.
like we're one and the same person. So just to come back to her again, to voice her again, and of course to voice her with my favorite, my English accent. Um, it's such a joy.
Have you had a chance to watch it yet?
I've watched it.
Okay, great, great, great. Now, there is some amazing moments between you and Rhea, who voices the fourth sister.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, because I know nowadays the recording process, you're all like in the booth together, but talk to me as the fan when you saw some of those moments. And I mean, God damn, the writing is so good. The
Right.
duality in the storytelling in 3 episodes is just mind blowing. Talk to me about your emotions seeing this journey progress and how much we got in such a little time.
Well, the interesting thing was, first of all, when we did the Clone Wars, and all of us did record in the booth together, there were
All
like
right.
10 of us in the booth at the same time. And with Rhea, I was actually able to record with her in the booth. And we have some emotional scenes together, and it got heavy. But what was the question again?
Yeah, and just for you, because it's awesome that you got to do it together, but just in looking back at it and how, as you mentioned, the emotions that were taken on and duality, I'm not going to get too much into the specifics here, but the duality of the storytelling, I just want to know what your reaction was. And I have one more question to follow after that.
Okay, I didn't really know where the story was going. And as we recorded each of these episodes, that's all we saw. So the trajectory of Barriss's life was still unknown to me. Until Dave's like, okay, we have another one for you. And I was like, ooh, and I'd read the script and I'd get so excited. And I'm like, wow, big change. So you just don't know where things are going. And Dave is such a master at having these incredible storylines and not telling you.
I love Dave. I'm so pro Dave. And
The
as you
greatest.
mentioned, you just never know where things are going to go with Dave, which
Nope.
means that leaves us with one final question here. The inevitable encounter of Ahsoka and Barriss is something the fans are on for. If you get the call, possibly, I don't know anything here, folks, season 2 of Ahsoka, are you picking up the phone?
Look, of course, I would do anything for Dave. And Ashley Eckstein, when she played Ahsoka, was amazing and a great friend. And if you're talking about Ahsoka, the live action, I'm friends
Yes.
with, I've met Rosario Dawson as well, and she's incredible. I would do anything for Star Wars. I've been a fan of Star Wars since the 70s when it came out. And I'm still a fan. I've seen everything, every spoof of it, every show, anything for Dave, anything for Star Wars, always. And Barriss is my favorite.
There you have it, Meredith. Thank you so much for your time
Thank
today.
you.
Folks, may the fourth be with you. Star Wars, Tell of the Empire, all 6 episodes, Disney Plus. Meredith, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's been awesome.
Absolutely.